Hello, Nico2064 here, back with another review. And today I'm going to be looking at the Ninjago movie, Spinjitzu Training. This is set 70606, has 109 pieces, and retails for $10 in the US. So, let's get into this. Here's Kai, the Master of Fire, and you can see he uses this shoulder, like half shoulder pad, with the little katana holder at the back, and that's just in, you can see these, you can see that's just in a gunmetal gray. And if you remove this two-part headpiece, or helmet mask piece, and you can see the front face and the back face, and here's what the back face looks like with that. And on the front, you can see his front torso print and leg print, and his back torso print. Here's Zane, the Master of Ice, and you can see they give him a black bow, and his torso print has a little walkie-talkie and more of a robe design, I guess. And his leg print kind of has these little, like, boot tops, you know, that little fuzzy part, and then some shoe printing. And his face, you can see his little sign up there. His face is mad on the side, and then very happy on the side. And here's what that kind of looks like with that. And I'll show you the back torso print in a minute. He uses a quiver piece in black, and then you can see on the back he just has his little sign and more of a belt covering it. We'll go biggest to smallest with the little builds, and you can see here they kind of build a weapon with this little gauntlet, I guess, and then one here with the shredder claw, and then with the rest of it there's this little scripture on a 2x3 tile in white, and that's pretty cool. You can see there's a transparent or translucent red head, and that just represents a lantern. And around the build there are these nice window glass pieces in tan, which is pretty nice to get. So this is probably the most disappointing part of the set. This, you're supposed to take one of your minifigures and bat it around, but it doesn't spin. That's disappointing that it doesn't spin, because if it did spin, you can see, it doesn't spin. If it did spin, you could even like put someone on and then spin it really fast, but now you just can't do that. But overall, it's kind of a nice build. Here's a training dummy, and it uses the Garmadon possessed helmet. Well, you know, possessed by the Overlord helmet. And you could just hit that around. It's that's built really interestingly because of how it just uses one of these, and this goes all the way through it. So it's just kind of there. Here's probably my favorite part, other than that scripture, and it's these swords in this kind of sword holder piece, and that just uses a little pole on the end. And I know what you may be thinking, like, are those the katanas you used for Kai? And no, they include separate for this and separate for Kai. So that's pretty nice. Now, onto the box. Here's the box. You can see Zane's doing Spinjitzu, even though they don't really show that in the movie. And on the back, you can see some of the poses they have them in, and some of the little funny things you can do with them. And, of course, now onto the instructions. There are quite a few little advertisements. You can see the Ninjago movie, and all the sets. And then here, let me cover this up. A secret code to get this in LEGO Worlds. And then, of course, the Legoland ride. And then on the back, they just have Lloyd in that same pose he was on the Brickhead's box. I feel nothing. So my overall thoughts on this is that it's a pretty nice pickup if you just want to grab some ninjas and a few small builds Nothing's too great in this set because it is just $10. But you do get a nice helmet piece, you do get a nice printed piece, and you get a couple of minifigures, which Kai doesn't come in too many cheap sets, and Zane is in more of the high-priced sets. So overall, I rate this a B+, and I recommend it just like 50% recommendation from me. And that's all for now. Nico2064, signing off.